On-premise was a major focus for us and still is for me. We maintained a major focus in the restaurant side of the world. So we were about 60% on-premise, which is huge considering the success that that brand had in retail. It is what I consider our route to market in bypassing all the gatekeepers. If we have good pricing and a good quality product, you just got to get a few accounts here and there and all of a sudden it starts to bubble up. Once you can prove that it's had success on-premise, then it can continue to grow outward. And retail is kind of the last straw to growing a brand. But when it came to the restaurant side of the business, if we were able to get this wine into somebody's mouth at a great experience restaurant, you have a white tablecloth, great food, great service, great company. The only thing that you can increase there is adding wine. And if we could add a great quality wine for a good price, we'd be able to support that brand in growing. That's why I think it was so important. We weren't looking for scores. We weren't looking for buy-in from sommeliers. I was looking for what a consumer in America wanted to drink. And I felt it's what I wanted to drink when I was sitting down at a table, and felt that that's what we were trying to provide, and I feel that's what we did provide. But I think overall, being able to have that level of quality and character in your wines that people want to drink, that's key. That is fundamental. You miss that, you're not going to be able to grow your brand. Ramping Meiomi up to the degree we did took a lot of distribution management. We treat each state as an independent distributor, though, so we don't really manage from a global perspective, where you may have a southern house in one state that's doing much better than a southern house in another. But having that relationship from a more global level really does assist in some of the communication, especially when it comes to marketing, having everybody on the same page. But managing at a state level is, I think, what it really comes down to. Being more granular, I guess you could say, in how you're operating in each individual market. And oddly enough, Meiomi really thrived in the South. Florida, Tennessee was our most overperforming market, South Carolina. Just states that you wouldn't necessarily imagine, moving the needle to the degree that they did. Texas to this day is one of our greatest states, still growing at a huge clip, and just seems like there's an insatiable thirst for Pinot Noir. And oddly enough, California and New York are two of our most difficult markets, still to this day, and they were two of the most difficult with Meiomi. Working against, I think, what the chain business does here in California was very difficult. There's a lot of money being thrown in the chains, a lot of big guys that have pretty deep pockets in the marketing, and so we would hit a wall at some point. And so it was difficult to really penetrate as deep as we wanted.